Hey guys, it's your boy D Valo. Benn is back. He's been away for a while. He's in the gym preparing for his next fight, which will be in July. He says he's enjoyed the time away from the social media, from the ring and the rush of things. He's been able to work on things one step at a time and improve his craft. Considering how young he is, he had a very busy year last year. He had like 6 fights, and I think he got caught up with the whole lifestyle and everything that comes with it. He is Nigel Benn's son, so I was seeing him driving the cars, the nice hills, whatever, you know what I mean, on Instagram and Twitter, just him living a life. And I think when you have that kind of thing and you step into the boxing world, you're gonna get all sorts of people saying things. I just know even from making boxing videos that people are very opinionated. You got keyboard warriors out there that are very gonna stick to their point. So you can't really affect what people are going to say. And he was talking about there was some incident where he said something about a fighter, and a fighter got offended and upset, and then people were like complaining to him. So he's enjoyed the time away from the social media where he's been able to be his own person and work on the things and improve himself as a fighter. And I respect that, and I'm quite honest. I'll tell it how it is. I seen him fight. I thought he made some mistakes. He seemed to be getting hit as well, and like when I was watching the fights, like the commentators, because there's that expectation, no matter who, because of who he is, the commentators are saying things like, "Oh yeah, he looks like it's like every fight he should be getting massively better," and then people are saying, "Oh well, he's quite inexperienced." So there's he's got a lot to learn, and he is inexperienced. So I think stepping out of the whole rush of things where everybody's talking with you to work on yourself is a good thing, and it's a sign of a serious professional. Because imagine if he wasn't Benn and he didn't have all that name, if that name surrounding him, he'll just be a normal fighter in the scene, in the boxing scene. So he's just trying to focus on boxing rather than everything else. I think it's a good look. I'd be interested to see him fight in July. Tell me, what do you think about Benn? Some people are saying he's not really a nice person, and there's just a lot of hype. Well, the hype about him, how good actually he is, how far can his talent actually go. He's had like some knockout victories. How would you actually rate him as a fighter, Benn? What would you do if you was in his position? Would you have taken the time out, or would you got as much more fights as possible? Because 6 fights in a year, I think that's impressive. Yeah. And at that stage of his career, you can't really be talking about the quality of his opponents, because at the end of the day, you can't expect man to be having world titles and he's only had 6 fights. And I think from his actual performances, he's not ready for a world title yet anyway. So he's far from that. Maybe after three more or 4 fights, he can consider a British title or that kind of thing. 'Cause even though he's got the name, he'll probably, the boxing world is corrupt. I'm not even gonna lie. The fact that he's set up like that, if he continues to impress in these fights, who knows? He could even get a world title shot in a few fights. We don't even know how it's gonna go. I just know that in July he's gonna fight again. So yeah, he's coming back. Drop in the comments what you think about him. Anyway, it's your boy D Valo, and I'm out.